All the President's Spin by Fritz, Bryan Keefer, and Nyhan. Now the authors are Fritz, Bryan Keefer, Nyhan, but really the memorable thing is that these guys are the guys who are doing the website Spinsanity. Spinsanity, I think, is one of those things that everyone's completely forgotten about. But it was a very popular website, I think from 2001 to 2005. And they kind of shut down in 2005. I don't remember why. And have since kind of disappeared into obscurity. The website, I don't know what these guys are up to. But just to kind of refresh everyone's memory, this was a website which the intent was to just kind of go through all the rhetoric coming out from both the right and the left. So, you know, go through what Michael Moore is saying and also what Ann Coulter is saying. And to just give them like a nonpartisan kind of go through and say what's actually true and what's not true and what's being exaggerated. And the intent was to do this from a neutral standpoint. So it's kind of a resource that you could use no matter what your position on the ideological spectrum is. And at least in my circle of friends, it had a fairly good reputation as being credible. I think in general it had a fairly good reputation as being credible. But I don't know. I mean, let me know what you think or used to think about that website, depending on, yeah, if you thought it was credible or not. Anyways, this is the review of the book they released, which was called All the President's Spin. It's kind of like a book based on the work they've been doing on their website. So in addition to kind of critiquing polemicists like Ann Coulter and Michael Moore, they also would kind of critique the statements that came out of the Bush administration. And then they put some of that into like a full-length book, which you could buy. So first off is All the President's Spin, a book on the Bush administration. I know there are a lot of polemics against the Bush administration out there, and I've talked about several of them before. But what makes this particular book unique is the credibility of the authors. The book is written by the authors of the website Spinsanity, which is well known for being a truth detector against both the right and the left. And it has a reputation for fairness. If you don't trust Michael Moore, you should still like these guys. And by the way, these guys have been critiquing Michael Moore's work on their website, so you'd be in good company with them. The book, in amazing detail, documents all the misleading statements that have been made by President Bush and his administration. Misleading politicians are, of course, nothing new. But this book makes the case that the Bush administration has taken it to a whole new level. It's important that people read this book, I think, because even today, I still hear a lot of people say things like, well, sure, Bush has made some mistakes, but I think at heart, he is an honest man and we can trust him. Oh boy, if you think that, you really need to read this book. Now, I promise you, it is not a liberal screed. The authors make every effort to be fair and preserve their reputation as being nonpartisan.